Our next speaker is Kathy Najimy. She's an actress, comedian, and women's rights activist. Give it up for Kathy!
Hi, you guys. It's cold, huh?
Not too bad.
But we're here for such an important reason. I'm so honored to be here. I've been working for full reproductive rights for all people for about 60,000 years. Anyway, don't get nervous about the amount of pages because it's all in 50 fonts. Grandma can't see much anymore. Anyway, I'm Kathy. I'm an activist. I'm a mother. I'm an actor, and I've had an abortion. There's so many grueling stories about women who have lost their health and many times their lives in unsafe, illegal abortions. Some pregnant as victims of rape, incest, or lower income women, young working women, or students who are unable to get the care that they deserve. All reasons are personal. All reasons are important. I'm fortunate that my story did not end in abuse or illness. The patronizing doctor with the gelled hair frowned at me and said, "Well, you've gotten yourself into this mess. Do you know what you're going to do about it? Do you know who the father is?" I was 19. I had only had sex with one person ever at that point, and we had just broken up during a production of Godspell. I know. The pompous doctor repeated, "So, do you know who the father is?" And I looked up into his patronizing, indicting eyes, and I said, "Who knows, doctor? I don't know. It could have been, I don't know, one of a couple dozen sailors. It's a crapshoot, really." Dr. Hare, and then he said, "Do you know what you want to do?" I said, yes, I believe I'm going to have an abortion." He said, "Are you sure?" I said, yes. I was on birth control. I said to him, "I'm on birth control. I'm 19. I'm from a very low-income family. I'm full-time at college on scholarship, as well as working 2 part-time jobs. I'm sure." He handed me a Kleenex. "Here, you're going to need this." I handed it back, and I headed to Planned Parenthood. We all know women make these decisions, not doctors, not priests, not lawmakers, women. Time's up. We're no longer going to wait for permission to challenge oppressive religious beliefs and misogyny and horrific notions of controlling the very fabric of women's destinies. We are confident, we are courageous, and we aren't fucking going anywhere. The key is how important it is for us to stay united. I know we all have different beliefs, we have views, we have backgrounds, and believe me, I've been in this movement for a very long time. They clash, but we also know we must stay committed and together if we want to achieve reproductive freedom and fiercely support humans' right to choose. Because and you all know this, the anti-choice and white supremacist movements intersect. We see why women in red states, we see them watching their rights dissolve. It is so scary, it makes me sick to my stomach. Rights that were legally implemented 50 years ago are disappearing. Not only do they face misogyny and racism and exorbitant fees, but the fallout of unsafe, illegal abortions. Women are back to having to travel long distances, leave their families and their jobs and their support networks, and to obtain abortions. And as we all know, many, many aren't safe. We're hopeful. We're hopeful. We're thankful to you. We're hopeful that days like today give us strength and give us hope. Look it, we're all unique. We all have different points of view. We have different voices. We have different favorites in the lunch line. I prefer broccoli and cauliflower with mushrooms and olive oil. That difference is actually healthy for a revolution. To preserve rights and our bodies, it's important to fiercely stay together on this issue. I implore you, please stay fiercely together on this issue, right where we're at the intersection of affordable, accessible, safe abortions for all who choose. Look it, We all know that 2021 was a fucking bummer for reproductive rights. It was the worst recent year on history, a record for attacks on abortion care. But my friends, my chilly friends in the beautiful coats, welcome 2022. Step right in. We are ready now. We are united. We are immovable. And until we can assure all humans have the right to make decisions that affect their families, their health, their lives, we continue to fight for the right to choose. Abortion must be accessible, affirming for all identities, safe for everyone who needs it, free of politically motivated barriers and without cost or distance as a roadblock to care. With your dedication, 2021 will be the year of humanity. 2022, the year of listening to, honoring, and offering choice. In conclusion, I would like for us to stay strong and loud like you are today. Link arms. And despite our very annoying masks, we stand very close together on women's health and choice. As I said, I have been in the front lines to fight and obtain and preserve reproductive rights since the mid-'70s. I know I look great, don't I? And the humans that I stood with and I are all endlessly inspired by you. This generation of reproductive, racial, and economic justice leaders who are more dynamic, more diverse, and more determined than we could have ever dreamed. Many of them aren't in New York City with us right now, and many of them don't have the microphone like I do. So in their names, and in honor of all women, I thank you from them, from me, and from the generations to come. I'm with you, and I send you love. Thank you so much for being here today.